Power outages during tornado season, then they can be scary. I mean, no power, no lights, no refrigerator, no communications. If you're on a well like we are, no water. We don't get tornadoes here in North Idaho, but we do get other severe weather that can knock out the power. And then if you're not ready for a power outage, food in the refrigerator goes bad. You can't monitor the storms that are coming the way that you normally do with the TV or on your computer. Medical devices go offline. CPAP machine stops working, right? All of the things that we rely on for everyday life require power. And tornado season, man, that can be a dangerous time if you're relying on power. And I know exactly how it feels. We lived outside of Lubbock, Texas for a couple of years, and we lived in Tennessee, right? Both areas that are known for tornadoes. I remember, man, hours we were in Texas, sitting in this little farmhouse out in the middle of a big old cotton field, watching the news, right? Watching those little radars cruise across, and we're just waiting, man, is there going to be a tornado coming our way? There were some that got really close to us. Thankfully, we never got hit by a tornado. You know, and back then, when the power went out, you were just stuck. There was no portable power stations that you could plug in. Those things weren't even invented yet, man. But the solution is here, and something has gotten as near perfection as possible. Check this thing out, man. This, my friends, is the solution to the problem. This is the Anker SOLIX F3800 Plus unit, and it is running our entire house. The way you use it is super simple, 3-step plan. Number 1, you charge it. Number 2, you hook it up to your house. And number 3, you enjoy having your whole house powered. But I'll give you the details here in just a second. Right now, this guy is powering our entire house. We're putting out 3,400 watts to the house, and we're bringing in 2,356 watts off of the solar panels that are connected to it. So let's cruise outside here. Just want to show you that we've got the Anker panels right here that they sent us to use with that unit. These are actually Mission solar panels, top quality panels. These are all run in series right here and plugged into one input on the SOLIX. And then we took 4 of our main solar panels from here and we disconnected it from the whole system, shut down the system, and then connected those 4 to the SOLIX. And so we're bringing in all of the solar from these panels and 4 of those panels over there. Let me just show you here. I'll tip this guy up. This is the Mission panels right there. And so what's cool is we've got these guys just laying on the ground like this. Super simple setup. If you wanted to get a little bit more power out of them, you would tilt them up just a little bit to get just that perfect angle from the sun. So we're bringing in 1,400 watts. It's going down. Oh yeah, look at that. One cloud right up there starting to shade us a little bit. There's another thing that's really cool about this that's unique compared to most solar generators, right? This guy's putting out 240 volts, powering our main panel for our house. It's running 2 air conditioners, one in Sarah and Colin's apartment, and it's running the main air conditioner in the house. Plus, it's running just like everything that normally runs in the house. And it's running the well right now. I have got 2 outdoor faucets open full, and they've been open for like well over an hour now. The well pump has just been cycling on and off. And of course, we're using more power than we're bringing in. Now, in a real emergency situation, you wouldn't be so wasteful with your power, right? But I'm trying to show you what this thing can actually power. There's another cool thing here that we can do. Let me show you this. And so we've got our generator here, and this is the 240 volt output on the generator. The plug looks like that. Put that guy right in there, twist that. We follow this cord over, and we go back inside the shed. The cord connects right here to this guy, and this guy comes up and it goes into this right here. This is the adapter for the 240 volt generator input. Comes out of here and it cruises right into this output. Let me show you what that looks like. Okay, it looks like that. And that plugs into there. Now these are the solar inputs. I'm going to unplug one. Okay, unplugged one. We'll see what our input. It's gone down to 272 watts. Unplug this one. Okay, 0 watts. Ooh, we're down to 4%. Plug that guy in. Plug that guy in.
And these guys have a cool locking mechanism right here, so that when they're inserted, they do not come out, man. They're way more secure than the standard ones you see on other units.
Come back over here. We wait a second. All right, we're putting back in 1200 watts going into the battery, or actually powering this, so we're draining the battery a little bit slower. The problem is it's draining too fast right now, right? So let's go start up the generator. Choke. Power. Go. Unchoke. Alright, we're running. Turn this guy on. Alright, let's go see what it's doing in here. Probably take just a second. Alright, we're bringing in almost 5,000 watts. And 2,189 watts are going out to the house, running from the generator straight through the unit, charging the batteries and powering the house at the exact same time. That, my friends, is way cool, because you can charge this thing super fast. So if you notice, man, we're already up to 14%. We've got an hour, 1.2 hours left to recharge, 1.9 hours left to recharge. Let me go turn that generator off, because it's way noisy, man. Woo. Yikes, man. Let's just stop being so wasteful. We'll turn off the water over here, turn the water off over there. Hey, Jules, could you please turn the air conditioner off and tell Sarah she can go ahead and turn hers off as well? I mean, it's not even that hot, man. So turn off the water, and we'll turn the water off over here. Then we'll go see how much our house actually uses when we're just living in it, right? Like, we don't need air conditioning. Wow, we're like flooding the whole yard out here. We're using these 4 lower panels right here, and we're using the 4 that are on the ground right there. Let me show you a trick here. To get the most power out of your solar panel, we set that on there like this. We can see that we have a shadow over here, right? That means that the panel is not perfectly aligned. So we're gonna spin it like this until we get that shadow pointing straight up like that, okay? So now we're closer, but you can still see we've got this shadow up here. So what we're gonna do is lift it, and that shadow is going to get smaller and smaller. I'm probably going to have to hold that thing or it's going to slide off. But check out how small the shadow is now, right? It's only there. I'm going to have to hold it somehow. And the phone. Oh boy. Keep coming up. Keep coming up. A little bit more. Oh, don't slide. Right there. Look at that. No shadow. Well, barely. It's a little tiny shadow. So we'll spin it. There we go. Okay, check it out. There's no shadow around that thing. So what that means is this right here is the perfect angle to get the maximum amount of power out of the sun. So you take this, a soda can, a can of beans, anything, a block of wood, you set it on your solar panel, and then you position your solar panel until there's no shadow. Then you'll be generating the most amount of power you can out of these things. We're just going to put it back down here flat on the ground, because flat on the ground, your neighbors can't see it. Not that we have neighbors that can see it, but man, this is what's cool about having solar as a backup. You know, that generator is so loud, and if you're in a neighborhood or you're someplace where people can hear you, then running your generator is going to draw attention to you. And if you're down for a longer period of time, people are going to want power. And when they hear you running your generator, guess where they're going to come? They're going to come to you. And they may just demand that you surrender your generator for the good of the community, which you might want to do because you're a kind soul, but it would be nice to be able to offer it than to just have it taken from you. But when we're able to charge the Anker SOLIX F3800 Plus off of the solar panels, it's silent. And when you lay them on the ground like we have them out there, nobody is even going to see them that you have them, right? So right now, inside the house, we're using 863 watts. Jules is in there in our house. Sarah's up in her apartment. She's working. Jules is working in the house. And that's really all the power that we're using. And I know that you guys have at least a 200 amp service at your house. But on a regular day, when you're just sitting around, you know, you're just relaxing, maybe watching some TV and browsing on your computer, then you're not using that much power. And something like this can power your house for days and days and days. Keep your refrigerator going, keep your deep freezer going, keep your stove going if you got one that you need to cook on, keep your microwave going. When the power goes out and you're sitting there and you've been watching the tornadoes come across the screen, right? And they're coming towards your town, and the power goes out, right? You flip this guy on and you power your house, and you can continue to watch that storm coming, and you'll know whether or not it's actually going to hit your town or not. You'll know when to get down in your storm shelter. All right, so let's check out the app here. All right, we're connected to the unit right now. And as you can see, we've got the generator hooked up to it, but the generator's not running. It shows it's hooked up though. And then down here, we've got our generator input, which is 0 because, well, we're not using the generator right now. And our DC input is 2185 watts. Our output is 800 and 900 watts. It's going up a little bit. Something probably turned on in there. But that's how much we're using. That's how much we're charging. We're up to 14%. And it's just filling back up, man, because, well, we're not using a ton of power in the house. Let me read you some of the specs about this guy here. You can put in 3,200 watts of solar, and of course, like you've already seen, you can charge it and bypass right through it with a 240 volt gas generator, up to 6,000 watts of bypass power going into your house. I mean, we don't ever even use 6,000 watts in our whole house ever, but I know some of you guys probably do. We don't though. And if you need it, you can expand it out to up to 12,000 watts of power. Of course, you've got remote monitoring and remote control of the unit from the comfort of your house, out in the garage, wherever it happens to be, through Wi-Fi or Bluetooth. You can monitor it and control the unit from there. It's got a 5-year warranty and a 10+ year lifespan with EV grade batteries in it. It's got a 3.84 kilowatt hour battery in it, but you can expand that all the way up to 26.9 kilowatt hours, which is a ton of backup power if that's what you need. So on the front here, let me give you a quick tour. You got your power on and off button here. You can turn the display on and off right there. And you've got USB and USB-C outlets right here. You've got your car kind of cigarette lighter style plug outlet right there. And that's all that's on the front. Then we come around over here to this side, and we've got one 120 volt, 25 amp outlet right here. And then over here, we've got a 120 or 240 volt, 25 amp outlet. And then down here, of course, we've got our standard 120 volt outlets, 20 amp max. And then we come along over to this side. Man, this is where everything's like crazily hooked up. All right, we've got our generator input right here. We already saw that. We've got our solar inputs right here. You already saw that as well. Down here is where you can add extra expansion batteries. Like I talked about earlier, you can expand it up over 26 kilowatt hours of power. And then down here is the input for the Anker Smart generator, which we don't have. We're just using a standard generator to hook up to this guy. And so this is what I want you to imagine. You're sitting at home, you're watching the storms come across the screen, and they're heading towards your town. They're heading towards your house, but they're still a little ways out. And the power goes out. And you're able to go out to your garage, flip your breaker over in your panel, turn this guy on, and repower your house, right? You go back inside, you brew yourself a cup of coffee, you sit down, and you watch the weather station, and you watch that storm go by, and you see that you can still monitor everything. You can microwave your burrito, you can drink your coffee, you can watch the weather, you can text message your friends and tell them you're okay. Everything keeps running just like normal because you've got one of these. And so if you think you might want to get a good portable backup system for your entire house, check out the link that's down in the description below. We want to thank Anker for sponsoring this video and for letting us show you a product that is finally evolved into something that is truly useful.